The Powertrain Perspective podcast is sponsored by TransStar Aftermarket Solutions.
I'm Bobby Mace, and this is Powertrain Perspective. Today, we're going to be speaking with Frank Slocum, and it's going to be a little unusual because it's not so much about transmissions or the transmission market. Frank is, for those of you who don't know, is a veteran of this industry, and he's written a book about his experiences in the Vietnam War before he came to the industry. It's called 7 Names Off the Wall. Frank, for those that don't know you, why don't you give us a little of your bio in the industry here and the years you spent at Raybestos Aftermarket?
Well, industry bio is that I was in the military for 8 years and then got a job with TRW just outside of Cleveland and Independence, and worked in performance parts, but it was too slow moving. My boss had been there 28 years, and what I did was warranty claims, and one of 3 people that did them, every part that failed, and would come to me and tell the poor soul why they broke it. And yet you have to realize they sold millions of parts. And so I kept on getting the Wall Street Journal out of New York, which I wanted, and saw a job opportunity in there for an engineering job opportunity. And so I responded, and they came back to me. I went and did an interview at the Philadelphia airport. And as I am typically me, told them what was wrong with their thinking. And they went back and rethought about it and agreed with me and called me a week later, had me come into Philadelphia. And that was the beginning of my 8 years with Amco Transmissions, where I really did, I think, a pretty darn good job working for them. Really revolutionized their business and had a lot of very positive experiences that someday I'll tell people about them, but it's significant. And then they were in the parts business at the time, and Raybestos was one of their major suppliers. And Raybestos came and asked me if I was interested in going to work for them. They needed to fix their sales division. And so I accepted their kind offer and ended up staying there 28 years, and really, I think, really helped them quite a bit at the time I was there. And I left and I retired, and then they hired me back as a consultant to work on 5 or 6 accounts that they didn't want to see soften up.
And then going forward, you've written this book. It's called 7 Names Off the Wall. What's the story behind that title, 7 Names Off the Wall?
Well, I think most of us are very familiar with the Vietnam Wall, honoring the casualties in Vietnam that were killed. There's over 50,000 names on this beautiful wall. I was actively flying an airplane called the Spooky Gunship, and had a major up on his first mission, effectively, and we were hit by a mortar shell, came down and hit our airplane just outboard of the right engine. It's a 2-engine AC-47 gunship, and I recovered the airplane. He was knocked out. I recovered the airplane, and we were at 3,000 feet. And essentially, I kept it from crashing, which would have occurred probably in 8 to 10 seconds. Everybody in the back, all the enlisted men, were wounded, and ended up at about 600 to 800 feet. And we limped it back into Benoit and landed successfully. And so the crew count was 7 Americans, 1 Vietnamese. And so when it came time to name the book of my experience, I called it 7 Names Off the Wall. I am the sole surviving crew member. The rest of the crew members all died of natural causes. And I thought I wanted to set the records straight because all the other stories were pulp fiction. And one of the crew members got the Medal of Honor. And it's a straightforward book. And really, I think I'm getting good feedback on it from people that are reading it.
Now, as I recall, this airplane you flew, the Spooky, was, and you went ahead and said the AC-47. It's a ground support gunship, more or less, correct?
Right. That's correct. The first.
And what armaments did you have on board?
We had 3 high-speed machine guns, rotating barrel machine guns is what we ended up with. They started with 30 caliber out the door, learning how to use the airplane in development, and then put some 50 calibers on, and then ended up maturing up to 3 7.62 rotating barrel miniguns. And we could only haul about 18,000 rounds. And so I never shot 3 guns in one mission at one time, because it's like 2 minutes worth of munitions. And everybody always brags on it, so many shots in a football field. No. Our real objective was to break up the fight. And that's what we did. We did that by dropping flares. And then if it was a really serious attack, then we'd go in and fire guns, or a single gun usually, and just take over the scene.
And how long were you deployed to Vietnam?
Well, the first time I was deployed, actually 12 months, the standard 12-month tour. The second time I was back again in KC-135 refueling airplanes, but that was flying out of Thailand, and much safer. And so I went back a couple more times. I was a bachelor at the time, and so I sort of liked the travel and liked the mission.
Well, now, tell us how to get the book. I got a copy from you and it's signed, but tell us how everyone else can get a copy of the book.
Sure, I'm glad to. You can. The book is on Amazon. Just look up 7 Names Off the Wall and try to pick the latest edition. I went in and fixed a couple of things that I wanted to in it. So there are 2 editions shown, and you want to get the second edition. No major changes, just a cleaner book, I think. And it's an easy read, big print. You can usually get through it in 2 hours if you sit down and read it. And I'm getting a lot of positive feedback from flyers, guys who flew in Vietnam, and friends of mine who flew airplanes, because I go through the details of going to pilot training and learning how to fly the airplane, and then other missions. It's interesting. Got shot at a lot, but not hit much.
Which is a good thing.
That's
Frank,
right.
At this point, you're still doing some consulting, I believe?
Yes, I am. My consulting is really strange stuff. I buy in support of an operation in ultimately in China and Germany that's well known, aramid fibers, and buy about 400,000 pounds a year of this that are spun together to make like a cord, like a butcher cord, and then 20 of those are put together to make a rope, and they're run through a resin bath and into a mold, and it becomes a clutch facing.
You really haven't left our industry yet.
No, no, I tend to work in the mornings because they're that's when they're open, India and Germany and China. And no, I haven't. That the people wanted me to help them to put it together for them, and since I could understand what was going on.
Well, I thank you for your time today. And once again, Frank Slocum on his recently released book, Seven Names Off the Wall, the story of his flight experience in Vietnam. Thank you, Frank.